the sport, like that's what it's gonna be.
Luke Walton soon.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Actually, what's the young kid from Atlanta? He's going to Seattle. He's over for he's been playing.
You talking about DeJounte? Yeah, so we was like 9. Like, so how we met, and he probably tell you the same story. I used to play Europe, and I'm playing on a team called ICP, Seattle Rotary, and we're beating them. This is like 3rd grade, and I'm dribbling down in the game, and he full on trucks me, puts me like 2 rows in the game. Like, but ever since that, like, we've been close. Like, there's a respect there. Like, we always throughout high school, so obviously know his family. He knows my dad coach, so like, it's just like close like that.
So you truly don't see color?
No, I mean,
no. I always say that because as most of the rooms we enter now, we're the only ones in that room.
Yeah.
Right. But when we're in the NBA, everyone is. We're pretty much blending right in. So I always ask, I'll call it cream because it's a play on, kind of our environments. But now you're the minority, and kind of like, how does that affect you? But it seems as if it.
I mean, it's a weird like thing to talk about, but like I always felt like, in a way, like growing up, I felt more comfortable. And like people used to make fun of me when I go to my regular school because they say I act different.
Right.
I was always with like kids in the inner city. So
right.
That's really how I was normal. Like I acted how like
I'm just comfortable.
No, like that's what I am. Like so like, and you probably see like people in my team nowadays. They like, oh, he ain't white or whatever. They joke around about it. But
we got Dante on too.
Yeah,
I get it.
Nah. Nah, so I mean, I think it's just like how I grew up though. Like I was always around it, so that's what I'm familiar with. And so yeah, I guess.
No, that's what's up. No, I totally dig that. And I always just kind of wanted to know how you thought because sometimes I'm trying to express to people how I'm feeling and they just don't get it. And I ever wondered were you in that situation? I'm saying that because I grew up right across the street from the projects. So I shared, like I was on the bus stop my whole life with the projects. It's like, these are like people that, half of them dead at this point, right? But when I went to school, I was in class with all white kids.
Yeah.
And so I had to deal with it on both sides. So the black kids would be like, this dude's a nerd, corny. But the white kids would be like, why are you hanging out with these people? I thought you were good, you could read. Stuff like that. So you get caught up in that. So I always wondered, but that's what's up. Everybody can hoop.
So to go back, I want to go back to the hoop and like the position you're in. We talked about that. Talking about Celtics and where it's at. Like, I kind of want to go deeper into what it's like day to day out on that level, like battle. You know what I'm saying? And kind of going to stand behind like the Alvin Brock, 20-something kind of player.
G. Wise.
Yeah, Smart. Basically my last star team. No, so really, you have the reputation and everything, but to really try to rebuild it, like, is it fun for you still?
I think I've reached the point now where I'm beginning this year, I thought I was still, battling it, and I reached a point though where I'm like, I'm just fine. With my I'm ready. Like I crave playing, so I'm ready. So somebody playing a game, I'm ready to step up and the moment, right? To be kind of mad at the world. Like I feel like I can go to any other team if I'm gonna play. Like I really believe that. Like if I want to keep a good team, and now I'm to the point like. I started looking at it like, man, I should be like, instead of being mad, I should be like, learn. These dudes is obviously really successful, make a lot of money. So I'm like, I need to be learning, like, and I watch the games, if I'm not playing, I'm like, really like, instead of being mad, I'm like, this is what they doing. Like, and so I go back the next day and, we play in low minute runs and stuff. Like, guys that don't play, so I'm like, this is time to kill now. Like, I'm making everybody play. Like if they not playing, nah, we playing. Like coaches, you know, say 5-on-5 we playing because like this is my game. Like I'm staying ready and I'm working on my stuff. Anything I learn, the other players do. Like I'm pouring out there, like trying new things. So then I feel like it's helped me though. Like when I do get my opportunity, like this last couple games and stuff like that, like I'm ready to go in and actually compete. And I don't feel compete.
We talk about the time you still compete, but you also helped you won in a crazy hostile environment back in the 2022 finals. Talk about that time and really prepared you, set you up for like what you're developing. I'm sure it was your friends and family at school, but you've been able to step in, the show for at every single level.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Now that was crazy. I mean, the finals was just a crazy learning experience for them. Like what it takes to get there. Like people really don't understand. Like into the grind.
Yes.
And we went through 2 game 7s, and obviously I'm not even playing the whole game. I'm playing like 20 minutes at most. And so like, and I'm like, God, I'm tired. Like, yeah, it's a good thing. Like, and you're flying back and forth, and we dealing with Giannis and Milwaukee, and go to Miami, and we got it's a whole different like playing against y'all with like a different type of speed and like shooting. But I don't know. I just think like the learning experience is like what it takes, like how well you gotta take care of yourself, how mentally engaged you gotta stay.
You gotta be locked in no matter what, right?
Yeah.
When you're not in the game, you gotta be locked in.
Yeah. No, because your games can get called. You gotta go make some plays, and that obviously they won that worked in our favor. So. But,
And then I want to say to you, when did you realize that you have to be very efficient with the time you get? When you're young, you don't know. I missed a couple shots and I ain't getting them. So now you're in the finals, I might only do 2 shots.
yeah, I better stick them.
Oh, you gotta go in.
This is a conversation in the flight.
Yeah.
You should last night.
Right. What goes in your mind when you start? That's the question I gotta ask. I ask all the guys like we've been in that position. What goes through your mind when you miss your first 2 shots?
Honestly, father.
That's what goes on in my mind. I'm like, bro, don't ask me what I'm going. Because our misses are loud, right?
Yeah, no, they are.
It's horrible. But you know when you shoot some shit like that's what people get mad when they miss threes. So y'all knew damn well that shit wasn't going. I shot it up, but
Imagine yo, bro, why you missing? You only hit the big. You know what I'm saying? And both
I
sides.
don't like shoot. The best shooters in the world shoot 40%. That's 4 out of 10.
Yes.
That means, hey, if I'm getting 2 shots this game, I might miss it 2. I could hit the next 2 next game, but this game it looks like I'm proving.
that's why I hate shooters. It's like you gotta wait around. It's like, nah, bro. It's like, no, just shoot it. You don't come around like this, shoot it out.
This is why I respect Steve Kerr as a basketball player. Steve Kerr would get drugged and all that. He says to himself, like, I think I killed him in the league. But one thing I know for sure with Steve, because I'm British from Illinois, so I saw every Bulls game. Steve Kerr did not miss a lot of the shots.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Like he going 1 for 1 or 2 for 2, but he making niggas is draws.
You know what's also like underestimated? Like, being able to check into a game and you can sit like 12 minutes. People don't like 12 minutes is really like an hour.
Yes, timeout.
Yeah, you sitting. Wow. You've been up trying to do like some jumps, like quick stretches. You're really not boosted to it. You get in, I'm gonna hit. No, that's a tough thing to do. It's not easy.
Especially during the playoff run, he went on his own run. So now when you put David Bridgewater in the whole hood, like, oh, he's gonna turn up.
Yeah. No, I definitely yeah. I mean, you just gotta go in, I guess, like confidence. Like, I don't know, like not caring almost. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying. I got some tricks of the trade that
It's not.
y'all a good team. I can't give you everything, but we had it with we learned it early on, and I give credit where credit's due. Collins knew the game of basketball, and he would say to like Lou Williams, "You 6 man. How do you get rhythm coming off the bench being cold? Because most 6 mans are starters in other places." And he said, "How do you get going? Yeah, there's strength. First thing you did when you got a game, look up and see how many fouls that team got. Oh, 4 fouls. Oh, we already in the penalty. Man, then you go boom, boom. You get to the line. You get warmed up with these 2 free throws. You see the ball in the hole. Now you don't care about it. You see what two go through all this. So I always tell us this man that. And I think that actually does help with your psyche going to the game. Oh, one more. I got a question for you. We talk about suffering from success and being around very, very high level players, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, of course, in the runnings for MVP this year, and you can see how the world just comes in on them sometimes. Like you're close to them, you see what they go through. People always ask me, somebody asked me today, can you go ask Steph, can you come take a picture with me? And I'm like, no, I'm not asking him. And they would say, wow, you came in, you're a nice guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm like, no, he's the nicest guy I know, but I know what he's carrying all the time. He's always got obligations. Go here, go here. Like his day's filled every single day. And that's just, the byproduct of his success. You just got to deal with certain things. So how have you had to deal with suffering from your success? Or what things has it happened to you yet? Things that you didn't imagine coming your way, that you just got to deal with, that people don't understand.
Well, definitely not.
Right.
I'm fortunate enough to have good family and good friends, so people in my life to make it easier. Handle those things for me. People want to get things or to them. Obviously, like I always say, we need to
Yes.
balance. And my focus is always on basketball. So it's been my rookie year. I used to get irritated. People always asking me things.
Right.
It's a lot. Especially the first year, everybody thinks it's like a parade, so everybody's coming out of the woodworks. But having good parents, good family, good friends that can take care of those little things.
Right. You good. I know I got hit in Chicago. All of a sudden, the ticket prices went up when we come to town. It happens to you yet, you just don't know it. So, I played in Philly, courtside seat in Memphis was $400. So I'm not gonna give my parents 2 courtside tickets. But I just went to play Chicago, and I had a bunch of family there for my grandmother's funeral. And I had 10 people, and the cheapest ticket was $380. And so I had 10 tickets at $380.
That's tough.
That's
$3,800.
Yeah, that's
No, for sure.
But ain't no sweets in our game. But
I feel like
and I
yeah.
and I said we gonna split this bill. And that was a real bill.
After I finished the next day, like, our folks said, you go out to dinner with me and I'm paying, act like you got some sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, really.
Walk me through the next 5 to 10 years for yourself.
Obviously, after I'm done here, like after this year, I like to, be part of the bigger wall a little bit.
You should want that.
Yeah, definitely do. Obviously, what I work for, and I think that's what I know too. We've had the discussion, but bigger role. So I want to be part of the winning culture, but I want to also really help that shit. Really try to take a big piece of that. I'm not saying it's the best player on the team, but I don't know what the future holds unless I can take that next step. So I don't know what it is in 5 to 10 years, but I just want to look back and know that I put my best foot forward for all the work in it. So whatever happens, I can make it. As long as I did it my way. And so that's the most important thing to me.
Well, for sure. Well, we always hear, man. You always hit us up. We can give it to you real. I didn't hear you speak, and I sit next to you and say, this is a good dude. So, I appreciate you pulling up, man. Like, for real, we family. Yeah, we NBA regardless. Yeah, I'm saying we compete on the court and, die on my knees, but I know you're a competitor after the game, you shake it up and whatever you need, man. So, I appreciate you.
I'm just going to listen because I'm talking to Oregon high school coach. 4 high school state championships. Went to Oregon, Washington, Colorado, years, Chaco, Baylor, years, all types of all types of the resume is great. And now, the Celtics have done a lot coming out of Western Oregon. And then the stars. What's the life for you? All the success that you have and I always just go back to the work and the hours I put into it. Really good sacrifice. And thanks to the people around me, my dad, to sacrifice a lot. Living on the life. Me, I'm in middle school, being in high school, my kids is hanging out with them, working out, sitting out. But it's not like my passion, my job was working in high school. It was different, but I knew what I wanted at a young age. I was working, so it's all just impactful. And it's paid off, but journey is not yet. In high school, so your lifestyle is a little bit. You did maybe middle school decisions, you did some different things like if I 8th grade, I homeschooled. I didn't really do school there, so I'm not telling people to do that, but
You homeschool.
my dad homeschooled me, my mom
Okay.
dad, but and I just really just trained, traveling for basketball, like get ready for high school. Different people thought I was crazy for that, but yeah. I just think like what normal high schoolers were doing, like I didn't do all the time. They'll have the times where I hung out with my friends, I had a small clique, but I wasn't really like going to parties necessarily or doing that kind of stuff. I was really like locked in. I'm not saying like everybody gotta do that same path, but I think those are the small sacrifices I made, to like better myself. So
Yeah, I mean, I've heard some of the stories over the years, how you were locked in 8th grade, high school, being in the garage and doing the dribbling drills. Obviously, you and my brother are the same age. So maybe y'all 1 year apart?
he's 1 grade older.
Yeah. So I've heard all the stories about you, and obviously been able to watch you play. So the level of commitment is just different. We were talking about this earlier. Like, in order to be a professional and perform at a high level, it does take that level of commitment. And I mean, you were in a place where you were showing that at an early age.
I think that's just what it was. Is to show that at a young age and most.
Yeah.
Committed to it. I had a lot for it, and I stopped playing other sports early. I was pushing here and just locked in. So.
You feel like you're going to football?
I don't know. I honestly though, my dad, he thinks I could probably go into football. I just think I had a knack, just a competitiveness to me that I was figuring it out and like made it in any sport. So I just think naturally. I don't want to say I was the greatest athlete ever, but like I had the ability to like any sport to like fit in and play and make a difference.
Right. You one of those dudes that's just good at everything.
Yeah, but I'm just like mad competitive. I don't like to lose anything. So I don't know. Sometimes I look back though, I wish I would have played all sports, at least through high school.
Yeah.
Like I regret like not playing football. Now it did probably help training during those times. I'm sure, but I miss that fact. Like playing on Friday nights.
Yeah. Your pops played in college. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. What position did he play?
Tight end. In the golden era of Oklahoma when they was winning the championships.
Yeah. In the summer.
Yeah.
That's my dad. He saw some.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine he said, "Okay, you playing quarterback, son."
Yeah. Yeah, and my mom was a gymnast too, though, so I was fortunate with that too. Even when athletes, they knew what it took,
Yeah.
so they kind of laid the groundwork for me.
Yeah. the leg up.
100% helps. 100%.
Yeah, I got a funny story. Speaking of my brother, so CYA basketball. This is back probably. Cameron was probably, I don't know, fifth, like fourth, fifth, sixth grade, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I'm 30 years old.
He played at Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
And my brother was
Yeah.
at his age,
Yeah.
right? He was fast. He was more athletic than all the kids out there. And then Xavier was playing on the team too. And he was more like
Yeah. And he was really good too.
Bro, they were both good. And it was the two best duo I've ever seen. And I remember pulling up to this gym. I was go to the game, the family, we were watching and playing this red team. And I see this little small point guard, buzz cut, goggles on. And like, didn't think nothing of it. Tip off happened. Had it on the string. And I remember after the game, I think y'all didn't win because I was getting the goggles. Y'all ended up winning that game. I was like, whoa, this kid cut.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I bet you do.
My dad, he told me to get ready for the game. He's like, I see kids, it's pretty good. He used to do that all the time. Tell me like, people, I'm like, bet. I remember going over there thinking, I got some competition today.
Yeah.
I remember Ken was a freak athlete. He still is, but he was definitely more freaky than I was as an athlete.
No, for sure. For sure. There was a difference.
Yeah. That's
And
good.
it was crazy because then after that, I think the next time I saw you play was when you played extra class. Okay, y'all, I remember this is the same kid from back in the day with goggles. Okay, see him now. And then boom, wrestle in. And I had graduated high school, I was in college, and I was wrestling. And that's that. Oh, that's the kid. That's the kid from that. Okay. Kept popping up, bro. It's good fun to watch and just see your career grow. Because I remember that moment. And,
Yeah. It's crazy. It's a long journey.
it's a long journey, bro. And congratulations on all your success.
Appreciate that.
So you got more to go. Obviously you do. Feel like you got an underdog mentality.
Definitely. Like every step I went, people try to cap me out.
Yeah.
When I went to high school, people would be like, oh, you gotta be tall enough to make it D1. You know, is he big enough to kill in high school like that? Like, he not the most athletic. But I'm like athletic, but I'm not superior to anybody. But so people try to cap me out. Then I go to D1, people want to say, oh, would you ever start? Or would you ever be able to be that guy? And so I just think, you know, people always try to put limits, but
Yeah.
I really don't see a ceiling for myself. You know, like the way I work, the way I envision myself, I don't see a ceiling. And I'm not saying I'm necessarily going to be Michael Jordan the greatest, but like I just don't know what my potential really is.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna be trying every day to see it. So I think, yeah, it motivates me. I used to have a little burn book every time somebody say something. I
Yeah,
write it
burn
down.
book?
Yeah.
Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, like I mean, just my friends know it. Some of my friends have seen it before, but you know, you going through high school, college, you just hear little things that people around you saying, parents are saying. I just write it all down. Shit motivated
You go back and look at it.
a little bit. But I mean, I got stuff to this day. Like, yeah, I got so many stories of different things, but it's just, I guess to answer the question, it's definitely. I have a lot to prove still. I feel like as much as I've done, I still haven't done what I really want.
I think that's the
Good day for a date. Bad day for a date. Makadandruff yan. Mag-new Head and Shoulders every day. So you're up to 100% dandruff-free every day. Head and Shoulders.
interesting part about the mentality that you have is because you have such a story, right? It's like you actually have it at the top, but you still have this mentality about more to prove, you know. And I gotta show people. You know, watching the last game, I think about how Michael Jordan, like, you know, I hear like you got to burn, but
Yeah.
you know, not to compare my earlier, but like that mindset was, you know, is what it takes.
It is. I mean, me being in the pros, noticing like, you know, other elite pros mentality is, I think, what it like really separates the great officers. Their approach to the game every day, and like how they are ready to go out there and like compete and go at it.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
Yeah. Times are changing, and you don't look like most point guards. And I wonder, you know, being one of the few white point guards in the league, I wonder if that's the reason why maybe you get some shit at times. Like, you know, people judge a certain way, being a minority of the, you know, at your position. There's not, you know, any white DBs in the NFL that you get this start. And I'm sure the Christian is exactly like this. There's one place that you would have in college, you know, after you play, and the guy, and he posts himself with a picture of him, like, you know, running away from, I don't know, I'm sure I said, Cal, and he was running for the touchdown, and the captain was so like, I'm eating in water when I got put in swimming.
It's
And
kind
it
of
was
fire.
like, Christian,
Yeah.
that little kid, like, nobody was out there. But in his mind, I'm sure he's heard those chirps,
Yeah.
right? And like, you know, he's not fast enough or not athletic enough for this and that, because people eat up by what they see. Right? So it's like, and so, he got that same mindset, you know what I mean? He still got some,
For sure. I think you kind of have to have it. Like you said, we are like, there's not many of us that people don't have stereotypes already set. Like, putting, capping us out. Like, we can't do certain things.
yeah.
Ultimately, I just don't care what they have to say. I'm going to show him. I'm sure he probably has the same mindset. And look at where he's at now. Like, he said, people probably say he's not the fastest, but like, who's better than him? You know? Like, yeah. So I guess ultimately it just takes time for people to really see it. It takes like, you have to show people more. You have to believe it.
No doubt. Training camp starts pretty soon, right?
October 1st.
Okay.
We got a little time.
Got a little time, but you're training at the people at the time right now.
Yeah. I really don't take it time off.
Really?
I want to always stay in front of the shit. My mindset is just like, I don't think I'll ever get hurt if I like stay in keep shape all the time. Now will I take like a week break? Sure, but I'm like, yeah, but for me, I'm like, off season is just like another time like I'm just jump. Because in the season you're working, but like you're almost like maintaining, you know, like you really can't work on your craft all the time.
Yeah.
Like that stuff. So, and we've been going to the finals, and our off season was short, so I'm like, okay, I got to get to it. So I'm keep growing. Take every year, make this jump,
Right.
to becoming what I want.
So that's really where you can make the
For
separation.
sure. You really, I'm on like 3 a day, so
You want 3 days.
yeah.
What's your week look like, bro?
I'm like, I'm not going as early as you, but like 7:30 to 8 is when I'm starting in the weight room. I listen for like an hour, and I'm on the court for probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. As people come in and like bar and do stuff like that until then I'll probably go back in at like level 1, finish up around 3. Then it's probably done for that. Then 20 days I'm doing body work, massage therapy, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's just 3.
Now, how you program your weight room stuff? You got some people up.
Yeah, I got a trainer that comes everywhere with me. So I just, you know, 'cause I'm over the road traveling all the time. So, and I feel like when you're doing that, it loses sight of like,
No, so he was actually, I've known him for a while, but he was working with other pros here in Portland.
Okay.
Mike James,
Yeah.
Andrews, like different dudes.
Some
And I already had a relationship with him, but from afar, I used to like, I admired the way he worked and the fact that he never had an ego, that he was always growing.
Mhm.
He's a little bit younger, but
Was younger than you?
no, not younger than me,
Oh.
but like he's not like an older.
Got you. Okay, yeah.
And so I liked that he was hungry and like
Fresh in the game.
yeah, and he came under like some other good people that like I trusted, and but I admired that he didn't have an ego and like always growing. And so I like to surround myself with like people like that because you know I don't think there's one way to necessarily train. It's not one way to live or all that.
Yeah, no, and that's the type of people you want around your circle is people that have the positive mindset, growth
For sure.
mindset. You know, they're trying to grow themselves.
Exactly.
That's the type of people you want in a circle because that type of
And who you surround yourself with is like how you
also think about
yeah.
think about yourself, no doubt, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of experience with football, guys. You're actually a person who did
Everything.
playing on the podcast. Cheers,
I'm glad,
man. It's all high quality content too. We got a little smart room I made from the go. But yeah, so I'm curious of how NBA guys do that and the off season and like your program and how you training. That's interesting that you have. Do most guys have someone that's hired full time? Like is he weight room?
I mean, he'll help out with like, no, he doesn't put me through anything, but he'll help rebound and
Okay.
if I need him to like come out and guard and bump a little bit, he can do that.
Yeah.
'Cause he played overseas basketball and stuff like that, so he understands it. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I don't think I necessarily need a basketball trainer. Really, yeah. Like I listen to certain people and people do different things, but I feel like I know what I need to work on. And I hear like what teams are saying and stuff. I don't know. And then I go to LA and I work with certain trainers and just get different things. But I don't have a dude that I'm like with 100% of the time.
Some guys do it, right?
Some do, yeah.
But that's not as common as
I don't think it's
trades.
yeah. Because I don't think it's hard for a player to be around the trainer all the time nowadays, anyways. So the certain guys do, but dudes are expensive too these days.
Really, yeah, the good ones like that.
Yeah. But at the same time, I just feel like I'm not dissing trainers at all, but there's certain ones I really like basketball trainers, but
Yeah.
like once you reach a certain level of the NBA, like we know what it is. Like I get my like even I've heard Kobe talking about different things and he would take things from people, but like for the most part, he's getting his shots up. He knows what shots he wants to get better at. He's getting his ball handling in, his passing in, and then it's just the repetition of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, no, I feel that.
And like I have the ability to like watch film on certain guys, and I think this is a skill of mine. It's like being able to see it and like also I can go do it and like mimic it, and from any type of player. Like it doesn't matter if they're a center or a small forward or a front guard. Like there's certain things about their game I really like that I'll like add it in, and I can envision it when I'm working on it.
As you've grown your game, what players have
Yeah,
inspired you? What's you
there's been a bunch of players. I mean, you know, obviously being in Portland, Dame, Steph, Kyrie, and them. But my college coach too said like how I got better at my footwork, especially going into my senior and my pull-ups and everything. But it was really one guy I like watched a lot. And I don't play anything like him, but like Kawhi Leonard, how he keeps everything so simple. He gets to his spots, and we totally different. But like that's the point I was trying to make. Like, we're different, but there's things you can take from every player.
Yeah.
And his footwork on different things, and like how he bumps people and like his raises, like it's real simple, but it's efficient. And so I took that, and I became more efficient in my game with my handle and being able to dribble. I just used it in a better way now.
Right. repetition piece is something that I can definitely connect with.
Yeah.
And for me, being outside linebacker, throwing pass rush moves, like working it on a bag as much as you can, right? Whether it's a cross chop or it's like a stab. But the bag for us, you know, it doesn't ever give you the same what an offensive tackle would give you. But it's hard also to get those rushes, especially with live, because you know you don't always have pads on. So you really don't get that until you actually start training. So it's tough to get it in the off season. But like for hoops, would you say it's the same? Like the difference in getting repetition and it's like shooting around and training, it's like actually playing in a game. Like, how do you get that?
Well, I'll pay some of my homeboys to come, the ones that play overseas and stuff. I'll pay them for the week to come out and like, all they have to do is guard me. So I'll put them up in a little spot wherever I'm at. But yeah, pay them for the week and then for those hours, they have to just try. We play little games for 5, so they get a certain amount of stops, they win. They ain't winning much, but
You just cooking it.
yeah. But like, so I'm playing like 300, 400, maybe 500 possessions of like, for me live. So you were talking about a bag. I actually like basketball. I feel like I can have a live defender, and these dudes are playing overseas, so they like real play deep.
They're really good.
Like good player. Yeah, they're trying to really get after it. You know, because I'm so many times I'm paying them to come out. Like, I'm going hard. I need them to go hard. So that's been really good for me. Having people just to like spar with.
Yeah.
So, and it's different when you have a live defender. As much as I can practice a move, my body movement might be different when I'm feeling the momentum of him, the contact, the angles change slightly. You know what I mean? So I always do that. Have people come and just compete with me. Yeah. Oh yeah, 'cause I mean I'm not going anywhere that ain't nice. Either, so.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, I just gotta get cooked by him, baby.
Yeah.
Pete Rabbit,
Yeah.
bring him out here to West End.
Well, some of them are like from around here too. So
Okay, yeah.
but like when I'm in Florida, up in Boston, Cape Cod area, like any of those.
Oh yeah.
So I just want to keep getting it in. So
Right. Speaking of Boston, how you like it out there?
I love it. It's the best sports city in the country for sure.
A lot of history.
Yeah. Well, we got Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, the hockey team for women's. Like there's a lot of winning going on there.
Yeah, that's dope.
Which I like about that because the games are all sort of, but you know they're never. It's a hostile like environment as far as like they gonna let you know when you're playing bad, but if you're playing good, you're on it. I want to be in an environment like that.
Right.
The pressure is always on, like to perform. Yeah.
And you spent your whole professional career there so far. It's what have you learned? I mean, we talked a lot about kind of coming up in the early days and the type of mindset that it's taken to get to where you are now. But over the past 3 seasons, especially being in Boston, you learned about being a pro. It's about the league.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. I try to take things from different people I'm around. So I've been fortunate enough to play with a lot of pros that have played for a long time, like Al Horford, Jeff T, like good vets, you know, and so many different things. Even Jason and Jason, but for me, I think I finally figured out like what I want my like routine and lifestyle kind of be like, as far as like how to take care of my body. We're flying a lot more than college football guys and so for me, like, you know, making sure I'm getting my treatment in when I get in places, I'm getting my lifting in, like just, you know, that's the things I've learned. I'm trying to change how my diet a lot. 'Cause I kind of got a sweet tooth growing up. Like I was just always eating cookies and stuff like that. You know, this year I think I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna actually be a chef, so just to have somebody. Yeah, I think it's smart. Try to add a couple even more years to my career. With that. I don't know, just doing little things though to like keep your body fresh, cause it is a grind. And I feel like a lot of people on the outside don't kind of realize that it's 82 regular season with a bunch of flying every other day, and then we playing hard-nosed 20 playoff games if we're going to the finals. So, like, that's 100 games in 8 months. So that's a lot. That's a lot of running and flying.
Yeah.
So routines and what's gonna work for yourself.
Yeah. What's that treatment that you like? Are you the needles? You an acupuncture guy?
See, I don't really see a lot of dudes doing it in the league unless they do it on their
Really?
own. Like they don't do it at the facility necessarily.
Yeah.
For me, I like, you know, like obviously the stretching and stuff like that, normal stuff. Manual, yeah, massaging. Try to get in the habit of like a cold tub routine. Full body. I try to. It's tough sometimes. Lower half for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna get an infrared sauna. So I'm gonna start like adding that into it, like at least 3 times a week. So little hacks, little
Yeah.
things that make the body feel fresh.
Yeah. I just started the cold tub routine myself last year.
Yeah.
Full body.
Really?
And that, 4 minutes every morning.
Also like the cold plunge type deal.
Cold plunge.
Yeah. Did you have one at the like your crib?
At Nike.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So I've been doing it.
You do it before you work out?
Afterwards.
Okay.
I do it
You
afterwards.
gonna do it 4 minutes?
4 minutes. Yeah. I used to go hot tub and then cold, but now recently just been hopping in for
You notice a difference?
Yeah, like mentally and emotionally. The thing about the cold is like it's gonna be uncomfortable,
Oh, for sure.
regardless of how often you get in. Like the first 2 minutes of that time is gonna just suck, and to be able to like breathe through that, understand that like these are just external stressors. This cold water that you feel in your skin is just like any like emotion that might be passing, any other type of stress that might be happening on your body. To be able to like remain cool and calm through that experience, I think is helped me outside of the cold tub. You know what I mean? And so I think like obviously there's the physical benefits of it helps with your immune system and your nervous system. But for me, it's been like that mental thing. And I found my like mind running all over the place. So I just have to like breathe through it, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and slow everything down.
That's also another thing I'm adding is like having a mental coach this year. I started. We have one with the Celtics, the breathing stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to try to. I feel like as athletes, we don't really like our mind is probably the biggest thing, biggest strength, but we don't have to practice it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm definitely trying to dive in more and just make a routine of it.
Yeah.
I've never been big on like meditating and stuff, but I'm gonna give it a go this year and really try to.
Yeah. I think it has its bang for its buck. The difference is like you really have to be aware of it to like measure the progress. It's harder to measure the progress, right? When you're lifting, when you're training your body, like when you go from okay, I can lift 225, now I can go 275. You can see that jump with your eyes.
Yeah.
You get the shots up, it's like okay, I've been shooting from the elbow for the past 3 months. Now I'm making more than I was before.
Yeah.
But like with your mind, if you're training your mind, it's harder to measure. Okay, I'm more mentally strong or tough or or more calm, more collected than I was 3 months ago.
It is a lot difficult to measure, but I think being mentally strong is like you're just not riding the wave. So
Oh man.
like
Hell yeah.
with professional sports, it's like it can be such a high, like great
Yeah.
games. You know what I mean? You're like living this high, you feel on top of the world, and then you play that, and you like it's a long drop off, emotional roller coaster. You know what I mean? That through a whole season, that can really affect people.
No doubt.
And I've seen a lot of players kind of go through like depression, like they really go through it.
Yeah.
I've even seen KD and them talk about it, and he was just like, I'm just trying to stay even kill, like I'm just trying to stay here through the ups, downs, like, and I think that is mentally, being mentally strong, no matter what, I'm just cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all part of the journey.
I think that's a misconception though, because you think mentally strong, you think like, oh, I'm just gonna get through these things, but it's more just like being able to stay relaxed.
Yeah.
When the times are bad, but then even when the times are great, just be able to stay even keel and
Be in the moment.
stay present.
Yeah.
Not worrying about, last game, not worrying about the next game, just being where your feet are.
Mm-hmm.
You're in your 4th year, so around my like 2nd second, third year in the league, I started integrating certain like parts of my routine to help just with like my mental and emotional just that of staying, being able to stay relaxed, waking up early in the morning, making a coffee at my crib.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Like reading. I have this book called The Bhagavad Gita, which I mentioned on this podcast every now and again, but I think that I come back to all the time. It's like a spiritual, like Hindu book, but it just like puts me in a good spot.
Yeah.
So before I go into meetings where I'm going to get barked at by coaches, like let me take this morning to myself. That was like a big part of my routine when I was after my first couple of seasons in Houston. I felt like I really needed to integrate something for like my mind, and that ended up being it. Making coffee and reading. Yeah, we can talk about it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like being up early and drinking the coffee. It's just kind of like a routine I like now. It's calming before anybody wakes up. It's just like your time alone.
Yeah.
So I kind of understand what you're saying. Like you get it. Like some days, you know, coach is about to say things I'm not trying to hear. You know. And I went through that. So for me, just being able to, you know, my lady, the mental coach I work with, she's like, you get 5 bucks. What do you really care? Like, you gonna let everything bother you? And this is when I wasn't playing last year, so you know, I was really going through it. But then I started talking, I'm like, yeah, it's out of my control. So, and I started worrying about things that I really can control rather than things that I can't. Me not playing some certain games that hey, I can't control that. Like, I really don't have a choice. Like, I go win or not. Yeah. But it used to affect me outside of it. So I go home and I can live a good life. So I feel like the balance of it. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. One thing with the book, with the Bhagavad Gita, is similar to that because I've gone through years where I'm not playing as much as I'd like to. Whatever, all these things are out of control. But there's one part of the book that I take from is detaching yourself from the outcome, which essentially means that you lean into the process of the work that you're doing. The outcome at the end of the day, you can't control that. All you can control is your day by day process and find fulfillment in that. The outcome is less important. Let the outcome happen. Good or bad, detach yourself from that. Lean into the process.
Yeah. I love that. You know who I think was best at that is Kobe probably. You know, he talked about it like you seen different clips of him saying like, would he change anything? And he's like, no, like, it's part of the process. Like, yeah, I didn't necessarily care about the results. Failing, succeeding, that doesn't really matter. It's about waking up every day and just like working to be better.
Yeah.
And then every day you working like that, and you like, you gonna get what you want if you like dedicated to it. Like it's all gonna work out.
Yeah.
So
It'll work yourself out.
yeah.
But Dr. Brady was talking about you being selected to the Team USA select team for practicing with Team USA. You guys just had your first practice down in Vegas. How did you get chosen for that? And what is the like structure? How does it work?
So they had the main USA team, and then they had like really like 10 of us, more younger NBA guys, but it's still like, you know, the best of the best of the young ones. So I think it's just chosen from different coaches in the league, and everybody got like, you know, has a say. So I'm definitely very fortunate, you know, to get into that circle and be chosen for that, because you know, kind of like a just nice realization that people like, you know, credit my, seeing what I'm doing, and like, so for me, I like that as an opportunity to go down and compete and show more people that maybe haven't seen it or get to see it yet on that stage, like what it really is. But, like, you know, I think I belong with the best. So it was good to go down there and compete against them.
So you go still back.
No, it was only for like 4 or 5 days. It was just like scrimmage and games. And it's kind of just being part of the USA circle.
Next year?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna go practice next one after next house?
I mean, could. They might do like another younger group, or they might have us come back actually. I don't know. Let's
That's one thing, man. I always had to dream of playing or competing in the Olympics. You know, because my pops was running the Olympic trials, and football don't allow you to do that.
Yeah.
You got a chance.
Yeah.
You got an opportunity one day.
Yeah. I've been offered by other countries to naturalize me, and they pay me, but
What?
yeah.
Who? How did that work?
South Sudan.
South Sudan?
Yeah.
Trying to pick you up?
Yeah.
You said no?
I mean, I thought about it, but I don't know.
It's time to Skyflix with Insana.
I committed to the USA stuff.
Y'all might have got worked out there or something.
Yeah, I thought about it though. It'd be good.
They would have naturalized you so you would become a citizen.
Yeah, like
You don't have to be related, but you don't have to
I
have
guess I was surprised too. Every time I gotta have a white boy thing and shit. Can you imagine the memes on that?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? He is South Sudan?
Bro, how did they hit you up, bro? They hit you on IG?
Nah, they. It was like they have their coaches or NBA coaches over there. So
gotcha.
like they were trying. They were gonna pay me, set me up, but I was already committed to USA stuff. I really thought about it, but yeah,
Maybe 2028.
possibly.
We'll revisit that. See, South Sudan still looking for a point guard.
Exactly. I mean, there's other countries. A lot of countries over there are trying to get NBA dudes just to come play and do that. But
What about that Middle East stuff going on now with the soccer players and
what if they
Mbappe?
paying NBA dudes like that? I'm sure.
Bro, I think it's
I
next.
don't know if you can like. How can you turn down that much money?
You can't.
Yeah. Like,
I saw Braun and Draymond both like tweeted about it.
yeah, you can't turn that down.
Giannis, Giannis is talking about it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if they ever end up doing that, it's gonna be NBA gonna have to join with them.
Yeah, a lot
Too much
of
money over there.
money. They're trying to figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
All that oil money. I mean, speaking of how the money is just changing in sports, the NIL and the college spaces with the student athletes now getting paid. High schoolers getting paid, especially in hoops. Some high schoolers not going to college and prep school or overseas. There's a lot of different things happening in the NBA. You had a more, I guess, traditional route, spending 4 years at Oregon. How do you think the NBA will continue to change, and what's your thoughts on the evolution of it all?
I don't know if the NBA would necessarily change, but I mean, the college scene is definitely changing.
Yeah.
And I think we'll start to see I think it's kind of smart for college to start paying the athletes because they want to keep the talent level good there. They're gonna have to wear these other rules that they just pay them. And ultimately, kids aren't in a position a lot of times to turn down that type of money.
Right.
You know, a lot of people need that. You know, so I think it's a good thing for college. Like, not every kid's gonna be a pro athlete. You know, so for them to see this type of money in college,
Yeah.
can you imagine what we would have been like if we had so many? You would have gave me like $20K in college out of whatever that kid on me tonight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think it's a good thing as far as the money's going. But then you talked about me being 4 years. I just wasn't ready to leave after my freshman year, and I got better every year. I could have left after my junior year. I had some guaranteed deals, but they were all in the second round. And so I was like, I thought obviously I would have made it, but I was like, I could go back, kill it, and then up my stock, which ultimately happened. So
Right. Yeah, and I mean, you guys had some really great runs.
Yeah. We were loaded. A lot of pro. Final four. Yeah. Then Sweet 16, my junior year, then my senior year, we were supposed to be like a 2 seed, and then COVID hit. So I didn't get to play. I just started getting ready for the draft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think it's a good thing too that these student athletes are getting paid. And, especially it's the hoopers for me that the way that they're showing on social media and creating this huge following and getting paid that way, and then going into college. It's such a different time, I think, from when I was in high school, and obviously for you too. Just cats are essentially like kind of fans as if they're a professional athlete in high school and getting paid then in college, didn't even like their pros.
Yeah. I would just encourage all these the like young athletes and any ones I'm around is like, you know, the world is, or what can you do for me now? So, you know, you might tip in high school and you get a little paycheck in college, but you gotta remember, like, if you don't have a good year, that's go away. And this money doesn't last forever unless you're producing. So
Yeah.
you gotta keep working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like you could live on that high and you live good in high school and go to college and you don't. It's that college is gonna keep paying you the same. Yeah. So just encourage kids like don't let that get to your head necessarily. Keep grinding because there is more money out there than it is in college and the pros. So it's could really set your family up.
Yeah, I think that's good advice. You know, I think it'll separate a lot of the players who are really committed and, you know, trying to be the best that they can be over a certain length of time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they see the money at the end of the road and so they get that and, you know, relax.
So it's hungry.
You can see, yeah, you know, the hunger, the differences in hunger, because those kids are getting paid a little bit earlier to get over some of those players that
They're already kind of seeing that.
make the really hungry cats who are really trying to make it. That separation will become clear sooner.
I think you see in the league too. Like guys get their first paychecks and like that's how guys get weeded out. They start working because you know they became millionaires and like, oh, I got it. But the dudes that really love it, they stay in it, just keep grinding, keep getting better, and then eventually they get more bigger paychecks.
So yeah, that's where Pepe at right now, man.
Exactly. I'm just on the grind.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
Off the court, I saw you recently got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. Ready for a different stage in my life now.
I hear that. I hear that. You're building off the court. You obviously be building on the court. You know, when you look at the near future over the next 5 years, what is your hope for what Peyton's life looks like?
You want me to do an off the court and an on court one, or like both of them?
Both of them.
You know, when people ask me that question, like about on the court, I don't really know. I just know I'm gonna put in all the work and everything into it to be the best player I can be, and whatever that looks like, I'll be okay with it. Because I did it my way, but also put in the work so I can live with it. You know, obviously I'd like to be on a team competing to win championships and being a crucial part of that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like any other player, but and then off the court, you know, I really just like lay low. I be with my fiance most of the time, but I think I'd like to, you know, I got certain ideas, you know, business adventures that I think I could eventually get into. You know, and a lot of people want me to do certain things, but I want to start a business like kind of on my own. Like, and not with like me jumping on board with somebody else. Just, you know, other people already started something, want me to come in.
Investing in somebody
Yeah,
else.
eventually I want to do something, and if it like fails, that's okay, because I tried it.
Hell yeah.
And I also want to do stuff, I think I want to help the Portland community, basketball community. I think it needs to grow a little bit. And like, there's a lot of hoopers out here that like aren't noticed, so I don't know what that looks like, but like I think I have a part to play in that, to help that grow and help other young kids who don't necessarily have the platform to help them get to college, stuff like that. So, because there's a lot of talent out here that just don't get noticed.
Right.
But like I said, I don't know what that looks like yet, but next 5 years, I think I have that figured out.
I think it's needed.
Yeah.
Too. I like that a lot. You one of the few homegrown Portland Warrior cats that are playing in the NBA right now.
And I think it's been different for me. Obviously, like, I went to high school out here in the suburbs and Richmond, but like, I grew up younger, like playing for like ICP, like, you know, in the city. Yeah, so all of them, like, that's how they look at me. Like, that's how I started.
Yeah.
So I grew up in like Portland playing, and I was involved in all that. So for me, I have the ability to like feel like I'm connected to it, and like I have a part to play in helping that team. Rather than, you know, somebody from that might just grew up out here, they never played, and they might not feel connected. I feel a connection to those people and to help them out.
One of the things you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
They definitely do, and I like appreciate that, 'cause that's really like where it started for me.
Yeah. Nah, that's cool to hear. You know what type of business you want to start?
Yeah, I've kind of like thought of different things. Like I want to do stuff that like really is authentic to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I've like started to do like little things with like hats and stuff. And that's like small stuff. But like eventually, you know, me and my mom will get into like flipping houses and stuff like that kind of stuff. But I want to do something like with a brand, like have my logo type thing on it. But like not just some original.
Yeah.
Something that really like is cool and like people really vibe with. So I try to think of like things that like, what do I wear? Like, what do I like? And stuff like that. I think I'll kind of narrow it down, but probably it's good to look like I'm digging with my hats.
You might have to collab on some shit.
That'd be dope. I'll do it.
Look good. Alright. Say less, man.
Yeah. Hey, don't you have a hat with the sporting gear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave it to you. I still have it.
Oh my dog. My dog.
Yeah.
Tier 44. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun to laugh.
Yeah.
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 Good people. I got plans to continue to build the fashion scene. I like dressing. I like picking out clothes and designing clothes. And
I've gotten way more into it this year. I think it just,
it's just looking good, man.
yeah,
I think the IG.
yeah,
it's
yeah,
looking good.
yeah. It takes time though to build more clothes. It takes like time and money a little bit. Like you gotta get often. I remember my first year or two in the league, I was throwing on some fits. I looked back at it like, what? Like, I'm like, why not? You gotta put that on.
Right. I was using jeans before that, bro. That's like,
Also like that type of lifestyle.
you're in Zoo jeans.
Yeah. So it's funny though. It's like evolution of it. I know better. I figured out what my style. Like everybody got a different style they can rock. You know, with their body type. I've kind of figured out what I like. Like that. A little bit baggier jeans, like different jackets. So that's why I like cold weather because the rocks and shit.
The layers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
So
Where do you shop at?
there's a couple places. I mean, there's places in Boston, like this place called Riccardi, but they carry everything. So they carry all different types of brands. I'm obviously signed with Nike, so all my Nike shoes,
Right.
stuff like that. I don't know. I honestly, I'm not really necessarily picky on like certain things. It's like I go in a store, and instead of like just picking from one store all the stuff, I'll go into one store and it's like 1 to 2 things, or like a jacket, or a certain type of pants. Like, then I grab them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you can go to any store and find something.
You shop it in person.
Yeah,
Like, you
some,
shop in
yeah,
person?
yeah. When I have free time.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight on.
I
It's so hard to find
Yeah,
stuff
it is.
that fits me. That fits me.
I actually shop online for like vintage stuff. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
You get your vintage online?
yeah. My girl's good at it, like finding good stuff.
Nice.
She's obviously involved, so companies want her to look at a bunch of different stuff.
Yeah, right.
So I like get the nice little varsity jackets. And
Nice.
stuff.
That's dope. There's a site called Essence.com.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know about
people
Essence.
talk about
The
that.
Essence is tight.
Yeah.
Because you can filter by size, you can filter by brand.
Yeah.
It helps for me. It just
Yeah.
helps speed up the process.
Yeah.
With the double X, triple X, 38 size jeans. You know, it's not easy out
No,
here for a
that-
kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that is nice to have that though.
Hell yeah, man. Shit. Bro, I think we might get into some high quality questions now, man.
Okay.
Alright. We're at the high quality questions segment of the show. Rapid fire, high quality questions for you.
Perfect.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Question number 1. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Oh man, best piece of advice I've ever received. Honestly, I'd probably say something my dad said to me. He was like, you know, if your life ain't straight off the court, then you never gonna be as best you gonna be on the court. So I always took that in as like, you know, I always got handling my business off the court as far as like when I was going through school or you know, like different girl things or whatever. So I always tried to make sure that things were straight. And he was right though, because sometimes in my work stretches, just because my head was messed up off the court, and my priorities were changed or whatever. So I always like that always rings in my head, and I'm saying like you know things going wrong, and it ain't gonna be straight on the court either.
That's real. That's real. Shout out to Pops. That's some good advice. What's an album you can listen to with no skips?
No skips. I ain't gonna lie, I actually like the Morgan Wallen album.
The who?
Morgan Wallen?
Nah, who's Morgan Wallen?
Oh, you don't listen to country like that.
Nah.
Y'all don't listen to country?
Which album?
It's his newest one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could go with somebody rap one for like,
Nah, hey, I can listen to some country now.
Yeah.
I just don't know Morgan Wallen.
oh no, you gotta put more. He's the next big thing.
He's like that?
Yeah, he's like,
I can't even really name the country artist
Yeah.
for you, but I do like the vibe.
yeah.
Summertime, you got, you have a little whiskey in hand,
For sure.
chilling.
Yeah. No, so for me, like, rap is like something I listen to at the beginning of the day just to get my mind like, ready. But like after I'm done working on stuff, I need like things like, and they've done studies like music can help you like calm and like comes back to like a recovery state. And so country kind of, I started noticing it really does it to me because I'm just like kind of mellowing out when I hear it. This is like storytelling and stuff. But he's a little bit better. That's why I think you like him though. He kind of has like a little bit of rap to him, the way his lyrics are. Like, oh yeah, it's nice. He really telling like stories, but just in a country way, but more of a newer wave. So
Okay.
yeah, he's fire.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
His most recent album.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I know the picture of it, but
Yeah, you can see it in
Yeah.
your mind, right. This is a good one for you. What was your favorite place to shop in middle school?
I didn't even shop in middle school. I just let my dad get my shit. Middle school to shop. I mean, probably Nike.
Yeah, Nike Outlet.
Yeah.
If you could take a shot with any athlete or celebrity, who would it be, and what would it be a shot of?
Well, definitely like tequila. Probably like 42.
Talk to 'em.
Or I've had, is it Encino? It's like Michael Jordan's. Also owns part of it too. He
Yeah.
gave us all a bottle one time, and I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's fire.
See,
Damn, what's it called? It's not Encino. What's it called? It's the tall bottle
Yeah,
that
yeah.
has like the smooth grooves on it. Core, that's what it is. Sincoro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sincoro.
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah.
We can take that shot at Sincoro.
My favorite player growing up was D Wade.
Yeah.
So like, that's kind of who I idolized growing up. I wore number 3 in high school, college, and everything really because of him.
Yeah.
So probably him.
Shout out D Wade. Just
Yeah.
went in the Hall of Fame. Right?
Exactly.
With the sleeveless
Yeah.
dress shirt too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
He do that swag.
alright. What's your biggest basketball ache?
First media day. I hate it. You sit there like 8 hours going through different stations, doing things you really don't want to do, and I just like say it. And I sometimes I hate like the first day of practice because you just going over little things, but I'm like, I just want to get to scrimmaging, and like let's get to playing type stuff. But you have to do those little things
Yeah.
like introducing things, and that's
Day one install.
yeah. And I hate
Day
that.
one install.
But you got to do it, but
Gotta go through it. Media day. You don't like media day, huh?